I swear this man lied more than a baby daddy on child support. Frumpy says he's completed a total ceasefire between...
On all my years on Earth, I don't think I've ever heard a United States president curse while sitting in office and curse while talking to the press. When asked about the ceasefire situation between Israel and Iran, Trump said, "These countries don't know what they're doing, and I'm very unhappy with this."
Why is our president so piping mad? I mean, they're doing the exact same shit you did. You literally said 2 weeks, and then you did what you did the next day.
On behalf of everyone who doubted Donald Trump, I'm sorry, we're sorry. Remind us again to never doubt the President of the United States. Proving me wrong time and time again.
You posted that video right after Donald Trump said there was a ceasefire.
You guys are not gonna believe how the MAGAs are literally in each other's comment section on videos praising Donald Trump of how, oh my God, he's done it. He's caused a ceasefire. The news that we are watching, like, are we all watching different news? Because as soon as he declared a ceasefire, Iran said it's known there. And because of that, just a few hours later, Donald Trump comes out and he drops an F-bomb because he's very, very, very disappointed and upset at the fact that these people have not listened to him. You know, this guy thinks he speaks to the whole world and the world listens to him. You know, this guy thinks that he rules the whole world, which is very dangerous. Hey, my people. It's Gracie here once again, welcoming you back to the channel. I hope you guys are doing amazing, great, alright, and hopefully the Most High has protected you and preserved you very well. Thank you to those of you that keep supporting me on here. Y'all are highly appreciated. Today we have a few videos to react on and look at of President Trump losing it because apparently none of his two kids listen to him. Let's watch, come back and talk about it. Let me know what you think. Credit goes to other creators in these stitches.
I swear this man lied more than a baby daddy on child support. Frumpy says he's completed a total ceasefire between Israel and Iran, approximately 6 hours. He congratulates everybody and their mama. But I want you to look at this. He says officially, Iran will start the ceasefire, and upon the 12th hour, Israel will start the ceasefire. And upon the 24th hour, an official end to the 12-day war will be done, on the assumption that everything works out as it should. My grandma always said, when you assume, you make an ass of yourself and everybody else is part of the situation. And that he did. Iran said, we ain't heard shit like that. Not have received any ceasefire proposal and sees no reason for one. A senior Iranian official told CNN, no ears to listen to lies of the enemy. This man keeps on putting his foot in his mouth, putting the horse before the carriage, okay? Iran ain't said like that. And honestly, I ain't heard nothing from Israel either. People are saying online that Israel has told Tehran to evacuate. So what's next now? I really do not know, but I'll keep following.
As soon as we made the deal, they came out and they dropped a load of bombs, the likes of which I'd never seen before. So I'm not happy with them. I'm not happy with Iran either. But I'm really unhappy if Israel's going out this morning because of one rocket that didn't land, that was shot, perhaps by mistake, that didn't land. You know what? We basically have two countries that have been fighting so long and so hard that they don't know what they're doing. Do you understand that?
What is going on? What is going on?
As we know from updates yesterday, Trump posted on Truth Social that there had been a ceasefire agreement reached between Israel and Iran. As soon as that announcement was made, Israel threw multiple missiles on multiple targets in Tehran on Iran. So Iran's foreign minister came out and said there is no ceasefire. If Israel stops, then we'll stop. But it appears that Israel did not stop. And now today, Trump is chastising Israel. I don't think I've ever seen a president chastise or speak against Israel publicly. He says he's unhappy with Iran, but I don't know why he would be unhappy with the country that was attacked first, that then was subsequently attacked again, and then keeps responding in kind. It's very, very politician-y of him. But he, on True Social, said, do not drop those bombs. If you do it, it is a major violation. Bring your pilots home now. Donald J. Trump. Israel is not going to attack Iran. All planes will turn around and head home while doing a friendly plane wave to Iran. Nobody will be hurt. The ceasefire is in effect. Thank you for your attention to this matter. It appears he is trying to look like he's dictating what's happening and dictating the terms, but if it's one thing that's going to be true is that Israel can do whatever they want and continue to make us look crazy. All we can do is wait to see what happens.
Donald Trump used the F-bomb this morning because the ceasefire is falling apart with Israel and Iran, or at least it did. So what happened was Trump announces a ceasefire yesterday. It wasn't even clear if there was one. Israel and Iran refused to even confirm there was one. The Iranians kept denying there was a ceasefire. Then they said there was, then they said there wasn't, and the Israelis weren't saying anything. Well, finally, it seems like there is one. We start heading towards the deadline for the ceasefire, and the Iranians decide to just blow bejesus out of the Israelis, get a last shot in while they're allowed to. Israelis didn't like it, but, they're allowed to. Well, then we get to the ceasefire goes into effect. The Iranians attack Israel again after the ceasefire is in effect. So Israel says, that's it. We're blowing you up. Israel says a bunch of planes. Trump flips out, calls the Israelis, say, you better not send any planes. And the Israelis are like, well, they broke the ceasefire. We've got to hit back. Trump finally gets the Israelis to send like one bomb. Blew up a little radar tower. That was it. But you got to see what Trump said, dropping the F-bomb, and Trump's tweets, out of control. The man wants a Nobel Prize. That's what's going on here. Guys, I'm not being facetious. He wants a Nobel Prize. He's desperate for a Nobel Prize. Obama got one. He wants one. And he thinks this is his big shot at it. And he doesn't like the ceasefire falling apart. Problem is, if the Iranians fire at the Israelis are allowed to fire back and vice versa if it's a violation of the ceasefire. But the man, unhinged. Because a great nation deserves the truth. I'm John Aravosis reporting live from Washington. Please do follow me for more Iran-Israel updates.
Do you remember about an hour ago, Donald Trump announced there was this major ceasefire between Iran and Israel, and it sounded like the U.S. was not going to war with Iran? Yeah, Iran's foreign minister just said that there's no ceasefire, that Trump is totally wrong. Oh, and also Israel denied to comment. So, sounds like the ceasefire was totally made up by Donald Trump.
Stop listening to Donald Trump when he talks about ceasefires, because every single time that annoying orange opens up his mouth, something wild always happens. He got on social media around 6:00 p.m. talking about how things were calming down between Iran and Israel, and they were not. And I knew right then and there that he was lying. And sure enough, just a few hours later, Iran launched missiles toward Israel and people died, unfortunately. So Trump supporters, stop acting like he's some kind of peacekeeper, because he's not. He says one thing, but the world keeps burning right after.
Why is our president so piping mad? I mean, they're doing the exact same shit you did. You literally said 2 weeks, and then you did what you did the next day. So why would they go ahead and hold up their freaking end of the bargain? Or if there was a bargain at all. You were out there freaking posting all night long, patting yourself on the back, saying, oh, I should get the Nobel Peace Prize. Oh, look at this, peace in the Middle East, peace in the Middle East. There's no motherfuckers in the Middle East. The conflict has spread. You have to understand that all these Middle East countries have now got the green light. Israel is hurt. They're wounded. I mean, the Iron Dome is not working as they intended it to do. Okay? It's been depleted. Not only that, they're not going to put thousands of troops on the ground. They're going to strategically put their partners all over the place, taking out high-value targets. And guess who that is? That's you. That's right, the administration. And that's what they're scared of, that they have targets on their back. And they painted that target on their back all by their mucking self. Don't blame the Democrats because you cut them out. So let's not get it twisted. There is no ceasefire. There was no ceasefire, okay? And he's pissed off because he's embarrassed. Now this powder cake is going over to NATO right now, and I don't know what's going to happen, okay? He is emotional. And you guys are talking about Harris. This guy wears his emotions on his sleeve. He is dropping F-bombs in front of the world. That is not presidential. I don't care what you guys say. Oh, my president just speaks it how it is. I don't want a president that's over here dropping F-bombs because they're so frustrated and everybody can see what's going on in their Fed. I need a stone-faced president that we don't know what is going on, and neither do our enemies, okay? That's going to go ahead and negotiate from a place of strength, not a place of weakness. This diaper Don has no idea what he's doing. You can't use the tactics that you use in business that you use in the world because there's other things that are going on. He's over here talking about having nuclear war with Russia, with one of their ministers, because they're going back and forth, which is, again, in the description. They're talking about there's ground incursions in Iraq. They're talking about sleeper cells have already been activated. You guys have literally opened up Pandora's box. Now you're going to try to go ahead and close it, and you can't close that again. Pestilence and destruction is about to begin. All right? I'm not gaslighting you. You guys said that we were going to gaslight you like, oh, Trump's going to start a new war in 6 months. It's 6 more months, and we're in a new mother war.
I give up. I give up. I don't know how to inform you guys anymore. These last 2 days have just been... Remember, keep in your mind, this has been about 48 hours for all of this. We all wake up on Sunday morning hearing that the US has joined the war with Iran. Holy... We start losing our goddamn minds. Everyone's thinking, how does Iran respond? We then hear other reports and they're saying they've got sleeper cells in the US and they're about to launch terror attacks. The State Department, they're like, yo, every global citizen of America, watch out. And then while we're hearing all of this, we get news. Iran has already responded. This is Monday night. We start losing our minds again. We're saying, holy sh, it is begun. But then, just like an hour later after that, we find out, these strikes weren't so bad. Iran notified both the US and Qatar that they were going to launch them. No one got hurt. And Trump was like, you know what? I'm not even going to respond to this. He then tweets, congratulations world, we can now have peace. And then in the most bizarre thing that no one expected, he was like, Iran and Israel have agreed to a ceasefire just hours after Iran attacked the US. And so we're thinking at this point, oh my God, ceasefire. Sweet. World War III averted. But then I wake up and... Israel's military claimed that Iran has already violated the ceasefire and launched missiles at them. Iran has said, no, we deny this. We didn't do any such thing. But Israel already saying, no, yes, you did. And they have already ordered powerful strikes on Iran again. So we're back to the beginning. Like last night didn't even happen. I'm already struggling with putting the dates. I refuse to put the times of the videos and the dates. For all of you watching this post in August.
Whoa. I'm just asking. How stupid do you look if you go on social media saying, we have an absolute ceasefire, it's all done, I did it, look how wonderful I am, there's a ceasefire. What's that? There's bombs blowing up there right now? More missiles on the way? Yeah. And I know it's not funny. But it's just the level of stupidity. This is just, it's just not done. In the history of the United States, you haven't had a president look so stupid as this one, bragging about there's a ceasefire with missiles in the air, with missiles landing and people getting hurt. What on earth are you people doing in Washington? How dumb are you? I'm just asking.
So Trump is lying? Trump has announced that there is a peace agreement between Israel and Iran. Lying? Iran says no peace deal. There is no peace deal. So why is Trump saying that there is a peace deal between Israel and Iran? Why does everything he say, why do you have to lie? I mean, if you're not doing anything wrong, why lie? Because Israel and Iran, that's their thing over here, right? Don't you guys agree? Why would you, the president of the United States of America, lie about something like that? I'm just wondering, why does a grown man have to lie? Lie after lie after lie. It's like he's so comfortable lying. It's like liars always lie. Why lie? Did you guys hear this? There is no peace deal. As of May 23rd, Iran says there is no peace deal. None.
On behalf of everyone who doubted Donald Trump, I'm sorry, we're sorry. Remind us again to never doubt the President of the United States. Proving me wrong time and time again.
You posted that video right after Donald Trump said there was a ceasefire. It has been 2 hours and Iran is currently bombing Israel. And if you look in your comments, a lot of people are saying, true MAGA, don't doubt Donald Trump. This is patriotism? This is the red-pilled alpha males? Hold on, man. Hey, you dropped these at Splash Mountain. It's all. How have you guys become so submissive? That's what I want to know. The don't tread on me crowd all of a sudden does not doubt their government. We're in trouble. I can't fathom coming on this app and saying, guys, remind me to never doubt our President Biden. Do you know why I would never do that? Because I have too much fucking self-respect. And I'm a patriot, and I think all leaders should be questioned. But that's just me, bro. Anyway, you should probably take that video down, because it's embarrassing.
He thinks he rules all the world. And he thinks when he speaks, everyone listens to him. So he makes up things in anticipation that people are going to take what he said. And unfortunately, so many people and so many countries have already lost respect for him because, like, there's just not so much credibility on, like, his reputation except from the Maganates. And oh my God, it really literally, runs my head. My head spins knowing and seeing how some of them, they're like, oh my God, you guys.
Oh my God, he has done it. Have you seen what just was posted on Truth Social? Iran and Israel have agreed to a complete ceasefire within the next 24 hours. Holy, oh my God. This man is, I don't even have words.
Guys, you watch that with your mouth open and you're like, we should be living in a totally different world and in two totally different realities. They look at him as this figure that is come on earth, that is gonna bring peace. They look at this figure that is immortal, that is holy, that never makes any mistake, that is not questioned. And they look at him in a way that, oh my God, even if he allowed us to go into it, eventually he had a plan. Woof, you have to breathe after that. Because a lot of them are not thinking that Iran was actually going to block and close the routes or the routes that was going to, you guys probably don't buy fuel or gas from them there, but there are traders that buy gas and they transport oil through that route to the United States of America. And how this was going to affect trade and the cost of living. This man did not cause a ceasefire as they think he did simply because he wants peace. The pressure from the people is what caused him to panic. The level of the ego that is so high that he has, Trump can never allow anybody to defeat him or make him feel small, that he has to give up and give in and cause a ceasefire. There is no way. Okay? This man did this because, again, he's pursuing the Nobel Peace Prize. Why do some of the MAGAs don't get it? This man wants the Nobel Peace, Nobel Peace Prize. And he definitely has to make it seem like he's caused a ceasefire. And they are very excited. President of peace. May God protect President Trump. Meanwhile, he knew if the prices of fuel goes up, everyone is going to be like, it is you. Even Maganates will be like, it is you. Guys, let's not forget, he started, is it Mark Rubio? I don't know, that guy talked to China to beg Iran not to block or close that area where you guys normally, like, your gas passes. And guess who jeopardized the situation, the relationship between the US and China? MAGA man. Like, he literally destroys the relationship, and now he wants to use China to beg. Meanwhile, Russia had already promised to step in. North Korea had already promised to step in. China had already promised to step in just in case US continued to bomb, right? And not even so many minutes after the so-called ceasefire announcing on Twitter. Is it True Social or something like that? That's where he makes his announcements. Which shows you it is all about him. He's the center here, right? And doesn't the White House has verified platforms where this information has to be passed, and now he's upset like because they are not listening to him. Meanwhile, he told Iran, we are going to give you 2 weeks for you to call off all of this and surrender the nukes, right? And surprisingly, 2 days, right? And he went and whatever, Iran, and then he has the nerves to get upset that I gave you 12 days and it is not even hours and all of that. And who lied and deceived him that any of them that he's talking about are going to listen to him? That country that he was defending and supporting, because he was fighting on its behalf, I don't want to mention it, right, owns almost majority of the hugest corporations in America. So he has no choice but to obey. So they literally command him and he has to obey. And then he has the nerves to think that when he says ceasefire, it is going to be a ceasefire. In other words, he lied. Because did he approach any of them? Did he sit with any of them on the table? He just came out of the blue and be like, Iran and, they have agreed on a ceasefire, but did they? Anyway, it is interesting. It's just interesting sights to see and to hear. Hopefully none of them really continues with this wall banter and fighting, because that's not what we need. And surprisingly, the people in these countries don't want this, just like Americans don't want this, right? Yeah, it's just big heads that are trying to bump each other to see who has more bones in their skulls, right? And man, we are really witnessing times that are just crazy. Let me know what you think. Those were the reactions of the people, and that's what I had to put to feed into this conversation. Hopefully it makes a bit of sense to you guys that are watching. Don't forget to subscribe, like the video, share it, and let me know what you think in the comment section. Yes, I'll see you in another amazing video. Until then, stay safe, bless black, and may God protect you.